there's got to be a women's belt soon.
I know, I did call for it.
Yes.
Hey, I've had 3 now.
Yeah.
How many do I need to start competing for a title?
Yeah.
They do probably need more women to compete in power slap.
For sure. Yeah, but I think get a belt going, like,
yeah, get
your
something
next
to
one.
chase.
Have a belt, right? And then more girls are gonna be they're gonna want to go in and challenge you to get the belt
and it's like
stuff.
You want to have an end goal.
Yes.
Like, yes, the win is great, but you want to have something to chase.
Yes.
Like, what's all the wins? Like, what does it all mean
if
you're not chasing a title? We rollin'.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Welcome back to a kick-ass love story.
Here we go.
Your host, Paige VanZant, my side piece, Austin Vanderford.
Yep.
And our 2 beautiful puppy dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. We're back from, of course, we took another week off because our lives are insane and we had power slap.
Yes.
So last episode, we talked all about your UFC debut. Incredible. Came home for 6 days. Flew to Vegas for power slap.
Yes. For your 3rd one.
This was my 3rd one in Vegas. At the Fountain Blue. This was power slap 12.
Yeah.
And came home with a win.
Yeah.
Super fun. So yeah, I think we should like talk about power slap the whole fight week. It was the nice thing about power slap, I mean, especially for you being in the back, is how different it is in comparison to like a traditional fight week.
It is so bizarre. Yeah.
Everybody is hanging out, having a good time, talking to each other. Opponents are just chilling. It's like the whole environment. It's just a fun group of people, honestly.
It is. I will say this though, on like this last one, I could feel more nervous energy from the competitors like going into it. And I think as the sport grows, it gets bigger, more is on the line and whatnot. I definitely could feel like a different sense of like nervousness from the competitors.
Nervousness to show up. And I think as people are developing in this sport, getting names for themselves.
Yeah.
Titles are now an option for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You get those nerves and the like want to perform and succeed versus versus the let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like where you're just trying it out, embracing the moment and the energy. And I think I, of course, want to succeed and want to win. And I dedicate a lot of my time and energy into it. But I still love that. I feel like for these fight weeks, I still have that mindset of like, let's just go have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different. And also looking around, like, I would say, I don't necessarily know about the majority, but a lot of them don't have necessarily a combat background or have done like combat sports like that. There was definitely a few. But yeah, it definitely felt a little different than the ones before. But man, it's so fun.
And
I love it so much.
Yeah. So
can't believe I'm saying this, but it's a lot of fun.
It's fun. And I do love that like the UFC, obviously power slap is vastly different, but they truly treat everybody. It feels the same as a UFC fight week.
Yeah.
The way they treat you, the way they take care of you. You do have like the photo shoots, the media. It's an extremely well run production team. I would believe the majority of the same production that runs the UFC.
Yep.
So one, it's familiar for me because I know all those people from being in the UFC. So it's fun to see all the familiar faces. And for this one, I did go back down to 125.
Yeah.
My weight was really well and really low. Originally, I was going to do 35 for it. But then, of course, I'm getting ready for a GFL fight. And, you know, my head coach, Bahumpa, was like, all right, go get on the scale. Because he starts tracking my weight to make sure, like, we're all on the correct course for, you know, my MMA fight. And go get on the scale. And I was 131. And I was like, oh, geez. Like, I'm 5 pounds under for 35 for, you know, power slap. Yeah. And so then I told my managers, was like, hey, I think if I'm going to continue to do power slap, I should be at 25.
Yeah, for sure.
It's where I'm the most athletic. My weight's going to continue to, I would say, stay here, maybe get a little bigger if I'm lifting and putting some weight on. But this is truly where I feel the most athletic. Like in wrestling today, all the girls were like, geez, you're fast and like scrambling. I'm like, yeah, just my weight's better and
Yeah.
my athleticism's better. So I felt super good at 125. Um, Worked with obviously Eric Pena, our nutritionist, just not to cut weight because I don't think you should cut weight for power slap. I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
But to be able to diet down safely and comfortably and maintain my hydration and everything like that. And I felt really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think looking back on, like, reflecting back on your performance stuff, obviously, I think one, your defense has gotten even better.
Mhm.
There was like no flinch or move
No
at all.
movement at all.
The thing I regret
Mhm.
with everything was we kind of changed up your slap even like moments before you went out and stuff. And I think it threw you off a little bit. Your first slap
Mhm.
wasn't great.
No,
As far because your distance was off, but
100%.
we had, you had made like little tweaks. Obviously, you went to your right hand, which you'd
Yeah.
been doing left hand before. But even like your wind up and stuff, it was like tweaks all the way up
All the way
until
up
right
until I
before you went
walked.
out. Yeah.
And I think that's like in the back, I'm seeing these people who are highly successful in their careers of power slap,
Yeah.
what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's going to work better for my body and my style. It is a
Yeah.
little bit of trial and error.
It for sure.
And
Yeah.
again, so I switched to my right hand for this one. Just I wanted to give it a try. I'm right-handed. I do think I'll go back to my left. Um, I when I first stepped up to the podium, I did get some really good, hints in like preparation from the crazy Hawaiian who was my coach for this one.
Yeah.
Again, I would love to have my own corners. I talked
Yeah.
about that in the back. Like,
Yeah.
these are people that I don't talk to outside of incredible people, but
Yeah.
we're not teammates. We don't see each other. So if I could have like you up there who's been practicing with me and watching me and be saying like, hey, you did that different than training, do this like we worked on,
Yeah.
would be nice. But then again, it's, that's just a comfortability thing.
Yeah.
But I slapped first this time, my first one. I was so nervous to club again
Yeah.
because what people don't realize is like we're playing with not inches, centimeters
Yeah.
on being too high up, too far down, and too deep. So I didn't want to hit her, too deep or too low, or so I lined up short by like 2 inches.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I was too far away on that one. I knew I was, so I had to adjust for the next two. And I did better, but I still was too far back on all of them. I
Yeah.
still was able to win all the rounds, but moving forward, I'm happy I was able to learn those lessons and adapt and adjust as I was going.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was funny too. I was looking back maybe yesterday or the day before, and I was looking at some of the highlights, and there's a lot of different techniques.
Mhm.
Gosh, I think his name's Brandon Bordeaux. He slapped against Isaiah Quiones
Mhm.
for the I think middleweight belt, and Isaiah had won the first match, and then they rematched, and then Brandon had won the second one. But I was looking at the way Brandon slapped, and I hope I'm saying his first name right, but really cool dude, both of them. Um, and his is almost, it was like, in my opinion, looking at it, it was at first incredible slap, but it was almost like a club. Like
Yeah.
the way that he goes through with his is like almost, I would think, kind of flirting on the edge of being a club. But then you see other guys who will like just swing all the way through with like a really loose hand, and there's definitely techniques and strategies that obviously work for
For
other
different
people
people.
and stuff. And so I think finding the one that's good for you.
But I think too, what's almost more important than, perfecting the way you slap
Yeah.
is being able to take a hit.
Oh, 100%. I mean, because that's a huge, obviously that's arguably the most important
Most
part
important.
about it.
And you're seeing these guys who are already retiring, because I do feel like once you get knocked out, they say once your chin goes, it goes. It's much easier to get knocked out after you've been knocked out the first time.
Yeah.
So you're seeing these guys get knocked out, and then all of a sudden it's going to be more repetitive, and it's
Yeah.
going to be easier for you to get dropped and knocked out
Yeah.
after the first one happens. So having that tough chin, and I do think having a combat sports background, like knowing to breathe out when the strike hits you, like tense up your body, flex, get your body.
Don't give away too many of your secrets.
Just know how to take a slap is very important.
There you go. Don't give away your secrets.
Okay.
Remember the crazy Hawaiian?
Yeah,
he was
he's like the coach, and
he'll tell you some stuff, but he's doesn't.
Like, I'm not telling you everything because then everyone will know my secrets.
Exactly.
Like, you're supposed to be my coach. You're supposed to tell me every secret.
Yeah.
Tell me all of them.
But awesome. You got the win. You're undefeated in power slap.
I'm curious when they're going to call me for the next one.
Yeah. There's got to be a women's belt soon.
I know. I did call for it.
Yes, you
Hey,
did.
I've had 3 now.
Yeah.
How many do I need to start competing for a title?
Yeah.
They do probably need more women to compete in power slap.
For sure.
Yeah,
but I think get a belt going, like,
yeah, get
your next one. Have a belt, right? And then more girls are going to be, they're going to want to go and challenge you to get the belt, and it's like stuff.
You want to have an end goal.
Yes.
Like, yes, the win is great, but you want to have something to chase.
Yes.
Like, what's all the wins? Like, what does it all mean?
Yeah.
If you're not chasing a title?
Yeah.
Like, you don't just go out there to get slapped for fun.
I could see,
which I kind of do. It is fun.
Well, yes, but I could see your next one, them possibly doing a belt for your next one.
I'm in contract renegotiations with them, so
yeah, let's go. Okay, so we hit power slap. Awesome. You crushed it. Yeah,
super fun. We were there for almost a week showed up, and of course we posted, I did a whole behind the scenes vlog if you guys want to watch the whole fight week about it. But after that, we were able to attend 313.
Yes. Pereira and
Ankalaev. Good card.
Yeah.
I think that my favorite fight of the night was the Gaethje fight.
Gaethje and Fiziev, the rematch. Fuck. Gaethje is so good.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Some of the scrambles he gets in, like, I think one of the things that stands out the most to me is, like, he never accepts a position. Like, he never stops his movement.
Well, he's got the best dirty boxing in MMA. Like, his uppercut that he throws is insane. He definitely has the best dirty boxing. But yeah, I mean, incredible fight. Back and forth. Definitely Gaethje got the edge on it. And then the championship fight, Ankalaev and Pereira. I've seen people arguing about, like, some people thinking that Pereira could have won. I did not see that one single bit. I thought Ankalaev won. Like,
I didn't either. I think it's easy, though, when you're such a diehard fan for somebody, to watch a fight and see it through your own scope.
Yeah.
And say, like, well, no, Pereira wasn't severely damaged. And I think a big argument people are saying is, when you have title fights, the saying is, to beat the champ, you have to beat them. Like, it has to be no questions left, like 100%. And I think that's where people are like, oh, well, he didn't cause any damage. Surely it wasn't blah. This is just what I've been seeing online. For sure. And I understand the narrative, but for me, it's like, when you win a fight, regardless if it's for a title or not.
Yeah. Yeah. And I definitely, that's what I had seen. The crazy thing is, man, the fans in Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
It was like anytime people were clinched up or in any sort of grappling, they started booing within like 2 or 3 seconds of it.
2 or 3 seconds. If someone shoots in, they like drive to the fence, everyone starts booing.
It was crazy.
Like, aggressively.
Yeah.
And we were talking to what's Broccoli's real name?
Oh, Adrian Marias. Yeah.
We call him Broccoli. Anyways, he's fighting for one.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Yeah. This weekend. Yeah.
So his fight's coming up. Incredible teammate, super fun. But we were laughing about the whole situation because the fans in Vegas, I feel like maybe it's just like an American thing.
For sure.
We love violence, we love like excitement and thrill and the drama and the blood and the war. Whereas, you know, you go and fight in Japan, they are so respectful.
Yeah.
And like there will never be booing.
No.
And like anytime there's a good exchange, they just do the nice,
They
like
just stand
super
up
respectful and
Yeah.
clap. And then when you compare that to like fighting in Ireland, like the different countries you go to, the fan bases change.
Yeah.
And like Ireland is incredible because you're walking out and everybody is so passionate about
Oh,
it and
yeah.
they're singing and it's a party and it's like, yeah, it was just funny. And now traveling the world watching fights,
Yeah.
like the variation in the audience of
Yeah.
what you're gonna get.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But I will say the bummer though, as far as the Vegas, I do think that the refs were more inclined to
Break up positions and stuff where
based on the audience.
yes, and there was one in particular I remember with Ankalaev and Pereira where Ankalaev had him up against the fence, and I think he had a body lock or he had his arm wrapped around Pereira, and he
Mhm.
was still striking with like his left hand or his free hand, and they separated. Yeah,
him.
I think it was Mark Goddard separated them. I was like, what? Just because the fans started it's like,
booing.
man, that was not. Yeah,
And it is unfortunate, you know, with different refs, you're going to get different judgment calls. You're going to get more grace, or you're going to get more like relaxability in positions for other refs. And it's like power slap too. Some refs are going to call things different. Some are going to see things differently.
Yeah,
and have a different outlook on positions. So it was funny in Vegas though. I'm happy I'm not technically a wrestler, so
yeah.
I wasn't. I'm not gonna get booed too much.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. So it was fun. It was a fun fight card.
Yeah, it was cool to be there. Be right. Pereira's fucking walkout is probably the
Iconic.
greatest, and yeah,
It is so cool to see. We did get into an argument with our Uber driver. I probably got a 1 star on that one.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, the guy just wouldn't listen to me.
No, he wouldn't.
So we get in our Uber, and this is a ridiculous story, and I'm super boring, but I'm going to tell it anyways. So we get picked up in our Uber, and the area you're supposed to drop us off at, because we went through the like loading dock through the back entrance, because our tickets are with the VIP drop off area.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, when he picked us up, I'm like, hey, we're going to go to the T-Mobile Arena, but just take us to the loading dock. And he's like, okay. And he turns the music up. And I'm like, oh, that was easy. So then we get there and he like pulls up and he's like, I'm going to drop you off right here. I'm like, oh, no. We actually have to circle around. It's off of like Frank Sinatra and Arena Drive. And I've been dropped off there a lot. Go there a lot. And I did my AEW
that
there.
Motherfucker wouldn't listen to you.
Would not listen. And he's like, no, this is where you need to get out. And I'm like, no, could you please just take us to this? I have the map. If you don't know where it is, here's the map. It's off Frank Sinatra and Arena.
Yeah.
So he goes, doesn't turn in. And I'm like, oh, you passed it. You passed the turn.
We circled the arena like for an hour.
And I was like, sir. And he's like, no, I can't take you there. And I was like, well, how come? And he's like, because I just can't. And I'm like, okay, well, can you get us as close as possible? And he was like, fine. And he's like getting frustrated at this point. Keeps going in circles. And then finally, I'm like, sir, turn right now. You turn this car. And of course we pull right in and they're like, hey, Paige, how are you? And I'm like, see, I was like, you know what? It was a learning experience for you, learning experience for me. Like it's, I'm really happy we ended up making it. Yeah. He gave me a 1 star.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Yeah. You were spicy, but
I was nice though.
Yeah.
I was.
You were spicy.
Well, yeah, because I wanted out of the car.
I did too. I was happy you were getting spicy.
Somebody had to.
Yeah.
I would have to walk 2 miles in heels.
Yeah.
Anyways, we made it there.
Yes.
I do have
don't get me wrong. He was a fucking idiot. But
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a 4.9 star. 4.9 star.
We'll hop in my dad's Uber a couple times and get it. He'll give you some 5 stars and we'll go. Yeah.
I would have to get so many ones. I think I have like 15,000 Uber rides. Yeah. It would take a lot of 1 stars to bump me out of the 4.9s. Okay, moving on. We have UFC Miami coming up.
Yes.
Are we going?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
I want to make sure. We should probably put in for tickets.
Yeah, we should.
We are running out of time.
Yeah, we're still like a month away, right?
Yeah, but
April
UFC
12th?
Miami is
Yeah.
huge. They're
Okay,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
sold out soon.
Yeah, we do need to.
And especially all the UFC fighters
Yeah.
like you
Yeah. Hell yeah.
are going to want to go to this.
We're getting in.
It's Miami.
Yeah.
UFC Miami. Everyone wants to go here.
Volkanovski, Lopez.
Yes. I have the whole fight card here if you wanted to look through it. But
are they the main event? No, it's
well, yes, they are the main event.
Okay.
Yes. If this fight card's in order, yeah, they're the main event.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy. That's gonna be an awesome fight.
Awesome. Super excited. Michael Chandler and Patty Pimblett.
You know what? I'm starting to come around to Patty Pimblett.
Me too. I think he's so funny.
I think he's funny. Yeah.
So what got me, because I had never met him before.
Yeah.
And of course you just see social media, whatever. So I really had no thoughts.
Yeah.
Until that video went viral of him when his dog shit on some lady's porch or sidewalk.
Yeah.
And he's ringing the doorbell like saying, "My dog just took a sloppy shit on your driveway."
Yeah. Yeah, he's he's always been my little brother's
which is so funny. We're gonna have to put a side by side.
They look exactly the same.
Your brother Hunter and Patty look so much alike.
They do, yeah.
Oh, when Patty's on weight, or like down at fight weight, because Hunter is a more slender guy.
Yeah,
but yes, they look alike.
Yeah,
but then what else? Patty said something about like because he, the joke is he gains a lot of weight outside of fight camp, and then he was saying something about how good food it is, and I was like, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You relate with him on that.
Oh,
yeah.
me and Patty love food.
You guys would do some damage at Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so we have Bryce Mitchell and Jean Silva,
which is another really crazy.
Is that a crazy matchup?
Yes. Well, with obviously the Bryce Mitchell has been in, and then John Silva. I just saw that or Gene Silva, whatever. I just saw that video this morning of him like on a regional fight, and he like jumps up with his arms.
Who that was.
Yeah, that's who that was. With
jumps
his
on
arms
the cage like a bat.
Yeah, and just this motherfucker is crazy.
I think we're in for a really good fight.
It's gonna be the whole card's gonna be fun because Michael Chandler, Patty Pimblett's going to be a crazy, awesome fight.
All three of those, four, the last four of the night.
What's the fourth?
Events.
What's the fourth one?
Yair and Patricio.
Oh, yeah. That's going to, Patricio coming over from Bellator, and
huge.
That's going to be a banger.
Okay, what do you think about Patricio coming over from Bellator and immediately having somebody like Yair?
I mean, Patricio was one of the main guys over in Bellator, had
extremely talented,
crazy fights with Michael Chandler, heavy puncher, like it's gonna be a fun fight. Yair is such a good striker too, really creative, crazy, like it's gonna be
there's a few other standouts on the card for me that I'm excited about. Jan and Verna is a female fight at strawweight.
Yeah,
super exciting. I love watching both of them fight. We have Darren Elkins.
Oh yeah,
versus Julian Arosa. Darren is one of my old teammates from Team Alpha Male.
Yeah,
awesome guy.
Yeah,
just all around.
Yeah, always has crazy fights too.
Oh my gosh,
dude takes a motherfucking beating.
There's a reason they call him the Damage.
Yes,
and you can't count him out.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if he takes a beating for 3 rounds. You cannot count him out.
Yeah,
and that's how he was at training too.
Yeah,
Jim Miller, Chase Hooper.
Ooh, good jiu-jitsu.
Yep,
good grappling matchup right there.
Yeah, so. All around a really, really good card.
Yeah, everyone is trying to get on that card.
Yeah, everybody.
I was like,
even you.
Yeah, I wanted. Yeah,
put me on. What do we have? Any 170ers on here?
Yeah, Carlos Prates and Jeff Neal, I think.
Yes.
Right.
I just saw that on here.
Yeah, a couple of those fight nerd guys.
What weight class do you fight at?
170.
Well, no, what's the name?
Welterweight.
Yeah. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I only see the one welterweight.
Yeah. And that's going to be a great fight too.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But this weekend.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
We got dirty boxing.
This weekend we are going to dirty boxing, which Funny
Mike
enough,
Perry's Dirty Boxing.
I was gonna say screw it.
You were trying to get on
I was trying
this.
to get on this card, and then
Yes.
with my like weight going up and down and up and down, I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't make 125 party in Vegas for, I mean, it was a day,
Yeah.
and then come straight back and go straight into, you know, fight 2 weeks later. But
Yeah. But you were very close to
I was
going on
making
this.
you hold pads for me before power slap,
Yeah.
practicing my boxing with elbows. So let's just lay out the dirty boxing rules for people who haven't grown accustomed to it yet.
Yeah.
So 2-minute rounds or 3-minute rounds. 3-minute rounds, boxing with clinch. And I think they changed some of the rules. You can have, so obviously you can elbow, which
Yeah.
has always been the case. They have a lot. You can do spinning back fists, Superman punches. Going to the ground, you can follow them to the ground and finish on the ground, but you can't put your knees on the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like I can't put you in side control to finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just stay on your feet.
Yeah.
3-minute rounds. So a lot of the people that are doing dirty boxing are like professional boxers.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of MMA fighters too, but people I think that would stand out in dirty boxing are like Muay Thai fighters.
Yeah.
That have the elbows like in the clinch.
Yeah. So we went to they did like not really trial run, but they did
Their first show.
their first kind of unofficial show or whatever. And there, after we watched it, we thought there was a couple things they could change. One thing we definitely both agreed on was bringing in some Muay Thai fighters. The other thing was making the gloves a little smaller, which they did for this one, which
they're 4-ounce gloves now.
Yeah. So before they were like the puffy,
which is what
small
we
glove
spar in.
sparring day gloves and stuff. So they took a little bit off the padding. Because I don't think we saw, obviously the main event, Yoel knocked his dude out bad, but I think that might have been the only knockout, right? Yeah. So I expect this next one. There's definitely gonna be more than one knockout.
I agree with the smaller gloves. I think with people now understanding what they are allowed to do and what they're not, you have MMA fighters and boxers adjusting to new rules. If you can get these MMA fighters and to utilize the clinch, because when you're fighting a boxer, that's something normally you tie up and you get separated. Being able to utilize elbows in it is going to be massive.
It's going to be crazy.
So if you're on the dirty boxing card, guys, I want to see some elbows.
Yeah. So the two standout fighters on there, Yoel and then Andre Arlovsky. Yeah, both of them obviously had their stints in the UFC. All-time greats, both of them future Hall of Famers. So it's gonna be fun.
I'm really excited.
I heard the venue's really sick.
I heard the venue's sick. The first venue, honestly, I thought was incredible.
It was like
cool.
grungy.
This grungy underground, like dark, smoky vibe.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so cool because it felt like a underground boxing, but professionally ran, like really good production. The ring was super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, good for Mike Perry. That's cool. Hopefully this takes off and yeah.
I hope so too. Is there communication? Is he going to compete in dirty boxing himself?
That would be crazy.
It would be. I mean, I think
I'm excited to see him back in bare knuckle. So
I am too.
I want him to. Yeah.
Does he have a matchup for bare knuckle?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Bare knuckle boxing is doing incredible too.
Yeah, they are.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
They're doing super good. Dirty boxing this weekend. We'll be there if you want to come say hi to us.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yep, in Miami.
So I don't think I have on here, like, of course, what's next for us. We have the GFL coming up.
Yeah.
Still not a ton of information that I've gained in the last few weeks, but I believe the card is now May 11th is their first one.
Okay.
People are starting to get their opponents, which is cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
TBD.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm still, it's not that I'm skeptical. I think the first card will happen. I know the first card will happen. Going forward, I want to see what happens.
Yeah, I think for myself, I don't know that I'm skeptical per se, but I'm just more curious. I want more info, like what's going on? Like
Yeah.
where are we at? What's going on? But it seems like they know what they're doing and they have a game plan and they're following the course. So
Yeah.
it is exciting. There's a lot of our teammates at American Top Team who are part of the GFL.
Yep.
Myself and then two of my training partners, Natasha and K Rock.
Yeah. There's a ton. I can't even think of.
Evelyn.
Yeah.
I can name all the girls.
Marlon Mariah. Yeah. There's a lot of people there.
A lot of people there. So
yeah.
What about you? Next for the UFC, obviously there hasn't been any like offers or
Yeah,
anything.
haven't gotten anything yet, but I'm just staying ready. Yeah. Again, I mean, I didn't take damage, so I'm healthy, training full time, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe someone will fall off a card and I'll hop on again.
Jump on in.
Another short notice, or yeah. But
I do
we're
think
just
the idea of us okay, so in our relationship,
yeah,
we've always loved and entertained the idea of us fighting for the same promotion.
Yes.
And how cool that would be.
Yeah.
So although technically we're not with the same promotion, if I were to compete in Power Slap on a Friday and then you fight on a Saturday,
that'd be cool.
Would be epic for the UFC.
Yeah.
And they do have I think International Fight Week.
Oh,
would be
okay.
the next
Power Slap
UFC combo.
Yeah.
Where that could be an opportunity.
That would be cool. That would be right around the timeline.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, put
that.
your everybody in the fans, put your little put some noise out there and let everybody know that we want to see that happen. Because that would be the storyline of a lifetime.
Would you would like that?
I would love it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because although I love having you in my corner and having you around, I don't need you for Power Slap. It's just different.
Yeah.
I would be just so stoked to go out there and just slap someone up and then tell everybody to come watch you fight the next night. Be in the audience. It was really cool, even though we fought 2 weeks apart. Or you fought and I had my match 2 weeks apart. It still just felt like we were riding this crazy high together.
100%. Yeah.
And although I think the downfall of that is because we were up on this high for you to fight, come home, so now we're low, and then we're back up for me.
Yeah.
It would be 2 days in a row, so it's not like we went up and had this roller coaster of emotion. It would just be one riding high. We both compete.
Yeah.
A day apart, go home and chill.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that'd be cool.
Adopt another dog.
Well, we might be soon.
I do.
Dog. Yeah.
Because look,
I know
there's room on this couch for at least 2 more.
Yeah, definitely in our bed.
Definitely in our bed. Yeah. We can have a few more dogs in there. Yeah. I think we just need enough to fill the couch.
Yes, I agree.
And we raise really good children.
Yeah.
Well,
this one, yeah.
He's been a little bit bad lately. Yeah. Anything else you want?
Gosh, I'm trying to think. Man.
I do feel like so I feel like we do have a lot of stuff coming up, but it's just not necessarily inked in.
Yeah.
We do have in August, if you're in Miami, there's that card show. I wrote it down, but we're doing an autograph signing.
Yeah.
FYI, signed us up.
Okay, this week is the start of the greatest sporting event in my opinion, the greatest sporting event in the world.
The Cornhole Championship?
No. The NCAA basketball tournament.
I'm just kidding. It's March Madness, right?
March Madness. Yeah, this, in my opinion, is the greatest sporting event.
You know what else happens in March?
What?
You turn 35.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Friday.
Your birthday.
Yeah, my birthday's Friday.
What?
Damn.
What happened?
I have no idea.
Well, then my birthday is 4 days after yours.
Holy shit. It felt like a week ago. I was turning 16, losing my virginity, all the
Please don't talk about losing your virginity.
All this, and now, yeah.
You were a
holy
virgin.
Shit.
You were a virgin when we met.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You hadn't
deflowered me.
You hadn't even seen boobs yet.
Yeah.
That's a narrative. I'm gonna push that out. I married a virgin. Took your virginity.
Yeah, well,
there's a category for that on OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah, if I could take your virginity on film it. Can I not?
Yeah, let's not talk about you taking my virginity.
Am I on OnlyFans?
Gosh damn it. Yeah.
Why?
No.
It's cute.
Yes. No. 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 I shouldn't. It's my fault. I'm the one who started this. So, yeah.
It's cute.
But don't forget, my birthday's Friday. Yours is a few days after that too.
No.
Yeah.
I'm 27 forever.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do anything?
Well, we're gonna go dirty boxing the next day.
The next day.
Yeah.
Your birthday's on Friday.
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't buy you anything.
That's okay.
Nothing.
I've got everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I was back to what we were saying. Dennis.
Right after you say that he's such a good boy.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be done. All right. So we have an autograph signing coming up the end of August.
Yeah.
It's in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
I don't have all the details right this second, but we have a lot of time. So I'll share more as it comes in.
Yeah.
Hey. People are not going to want to hear that.
No.
Do you want to pick him up?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Our baby's crying.
All right.
Okay, so we have that. I don't know if my socks and my sneaker combo is very cute right now, but that's all right. We have that coming up. We had another autograph signing that we were offered to do. Of course, if we get that lined up, we'll share all the information and all the details as it comes up. But my sneakers. Did you see how cool my sneakers were for Power Slap?
Yeah. Yeah. The sneaker collection you got from Power Slap is
It's pretty epic. The other thing is we did meet a lot of really cool celebrities. Not that I'm like a super fan of anybody.
Yeah.
But I do really like Bert Kishner.
Yes.
And so I'm like walking up on stage, and we went to his comedy show in Tampa.
Yeah.
So I'm walking up, feeling myself, my music's playing, and Bert is in the audience, and he's just feeling it. And he's like cheering, and I was like, oh, and I like pointed at him, and he points at me, and like every slap he was cheering me on.
Yeah.
And we've never met before, but we went to his comedy show, and it was incredible.
We hung out with him afterwards. And yeah.
And I was able to be like, I saw you.
Yeah.
Because there's only a few people that I would say I'm like, oh, like I would be like, oh, it was super cool to meet that person. And Bert was one of them.
So different contrasts. My fight, I see one person in the crowd. It's my mom up in the stands, and then you see one person as Bert Kishner.
Yeah. I didn't see anybody else. I didn't know where you were sitting.
That's
nobody.
So fun. I know. I could tell you had no idea where.
No idea where you were.
Yeah.
No friends, no family. I'm walking up. Boom, Bert Kishner. And
I was sitting right next to. I had a ring girl on this side and a ring girl on the other side, and just sitting there watching.
Did you tell them you were a virgin?
No, but I did. I was. They were like, "Oh, is
Hold on, pause.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes. Wait, serious about what?
Sitting arm in arm with two ring
No,
girls.
I didn't have my arms around them, but I'm sitting there and obviously I'm cheering you on. And
did they touch your wiener?
No, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, obviously that's my wife, and they're like, oh, crazy. Well, my best friend is married, or that's his fiance up there or something.
Oh,
and so it was, yeah.
Okay, can we also talk about how random this is? Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I don't know.
Okay, so the UFC or Power Slap, it's one umbrella. Anyways, they sent a film crew to follow us for all of Power Slap. So we're like, hanging out with this film crew, and of course we just like to talk with him too. So we're just talking and chatting up. He's like, oh yeah, well,
I have no idea where this is going.
No, our film guy dated my opponent.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah.
But that's not even what I was going to talk about.
Okay.
At the after party, then a dude comes up to you.
God. I knew this is what you were going to...
A dude walks up to you and was like, oh, yeah, you used to date my fiance.
Yeah, that was so random.
And so I'm just drunk enough to be like, I can't even say what I said.
That was bad. So random.
Yes. So this dude, his fiance is your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you just chopped it up with him.
Super nice. Yeah, super nice dude. I think he I I'm assuming they live in Oregon. But he and the ex-girlfriend, really great girl and stuff. I'm being diplomatic, come on. Not nice, just not, obviously I didn't marry her, I married you. But he's like a country music manager or something.
Just when
and
I
then
was
he
gonna
manages some power slap. But
just when I was gonna be like, oh, I'd hate to follow you up as a man. Gross.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Gross.
I'm
Should
the
we talk
gentleman.
about how nice all my ex-boyfriends were?
I'm the gentleman for a reason, right? Like that's
your MO, but it's not mine.
Okay, yes.
You're gonna pay for this afterwards.
I'm sure I am. Yeah.
So I ran into one of my ex-boyfriends at a fight.
Unbelievable.
Super nice.
I mean, this is a kick-ass love story. It's supposed to be,
love.
we're love
between me and you only.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
So Austin's a virgin. I taught him some moves in bed recently.
Yeah, see, I'm a virgin, so there was nothing. Nothing.
He had never heard of missionaries, so.
Oh my gosh.
But now he knows.
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
Most beautiful 7 seconds of my life.
Hey, what? Unbelievable.
Just kidding.
Unbelievable.
I'm kidding.
Where are we at now?
I don't know. I'm lost. I talked about all of our talking points.
You're finna get slapped up after this.
You can't joke about domestic violence.
Okay, yes, I'm kidding.
It goes one way.
Okay, yeah.
It's only funny when I slap you.
Yes, you're right. Gosh damn it. Yeah.
I did, though, in an interview. We did a podcast, and I don't know what came over me, but the guy was talking about, of course, they want to talk about me being on OnlyFans and slapping. Yeah. And if you ever slap me, and I said something about the only thing he slaps on me is my cheeks or something.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Like, my poor mom is going to hear that.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, but to my defense, that is literally the first thing that people always ask. Like, how do you train for power slap? Do you and Austin slap each other? So I mean, I'm just
that is literally the question.
That's what everybody asks.
Everybody, like, oh yeah, does Austin hit you?
Yeah, does Austin slap you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Every day. He just walks around surprising me and slaps me in the face. Yeah. No one can't call the police on him because
gosh,
because it's just training.
This is all jokes. All jokes.
Yes.
All jokes. Probably not something to joke about, but we are professional fighters,
athletes.
So
it's fine. Yeah. It's fine. It's training.
Yeah. Well.
What?
Jeez. I was just gonna wrap us up.
I just had a flash of you and a ex-girlfriend in my mind.
Gosh.
I can't get it out. Anyways, come hang out with us at the Dirty Boxing event this Saturday.
Yep.
In Miami.
What's the Coconut Grove? Yep.
At the hangar in Coconut Grove.
Yep.
We'll be there.
Be cool.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
Taking pictures. If one of the girls falls out, I'll step up.
I'm sure you probably would.
I probably would too. I think that's it. Oh, and probably see us at UFC Miami.
Yep.
And
see us next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see my husband sleeping on the couch tonight. Ow. All right. That was a kick-ass love story. I'm Paige VanZant. My beautiful, gorgeous 35-year-old husband, Austin Vanderford. Wish him a happy birthday. It's on Friday.
Yeah.
Check us out every Wednesday at noon. Not every, I guess we've missed a few. Sorry about that, guys. But we're back.
Yeah.
Wednesdays at noon. We're home now. Check out our vlogs from the last 2 weekends. I uploaded them. You get the whole behind the scenes experience from his fight week and my power slap week. And yeah, we're on anywhere you get your podcasts. I'm not going to say them because it's a mouthful, but just Google us.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Out.